Welcome to Recap, where we break down our favorite movies and how they're made. My name is Deovolt, and today we're diving into the Banana Splits movie, a 2019 horror reimagining of a beloved kids show that turns childhood nostalgia into full-blown nightmare fuel. Before we drop into this animatronic massacre, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell, or Flegel might just sneak into your house tonight and sing you a little song. So grab your popcorn and hide your pets, because this isn't the Banana Splits you grew up with. This is blood, bolts, and brutal carnage. The Banana Splits movie isn't just a creepy reimagining of a forgotten kids TV show. It's a blood-drenched fever dream that no one saw coming. Originally a goofy Hanna-Barbera series from the 60s, the Banana Splits are back, only this time they're homicidal animatronics with a thirst for blood. And somehow, it works. The 2019 film flips nostalgia on its head, blending childhood innocence with Saw-level kills and a real dry but twisted sense of humor. After years of old franchises getting horror makeovers, the Banana Splits movie took the plunge first, paving the way for things like Willy's Wonderland and Five Nights at Freddy's. With its jolly tone, gnarly effects, and surprisingly bleak twists, this movie goes harder than it has any right to. And today, we're diving straight into the madness. The Banana Splits movie skipped theaters entirely, going straight into video on demand and Blu-ray. But that didn't stop it from making waves. With estimated domestic video sales hitting $466,000, it proved there's a surprising market for twisted childhood nostalgia. Even without a public budget or box office run, the film's bizarre reimagining of Saturday morning icons into animatronic murderers earned it a loyal cult following. Before we dive into the carnage, let's break down what this movie is really about, and why horror fans were completely blindsided by it. The Banana Splits movie takes a cheerful, harmless 60s kid show and turns it into a nightmare, fueled by malfunctioning animatronics, childlike songs, and buckets of blood. And while the concept sounds ridiculous, it totally commits, delivering one of the most unhinged horror reboots in recent memory. In this twisted take, the Banana Splits aren't just putting on a show for kids anymore. They're on a killing spree, turning a live show into a trap-filled bloodbath. With cartoon violence turned lethal, a surprisingly disturbing plot, and kills that rival that of Five Nights at Freddy's, Willy's Wonderland, and even Saw, this movie redefines what it means to reboot childhood icons. Love it or hate it, the Banana Splits movie didn't just show up, it made damn sure you wouldn't forget it. The movie barely starts and we're thrown into an opening sequence for the fake real Banana Split show. We're introduced to all of the Banana Splits: Flegel, Bingo, Drooper, and of course, Snorky. These guys actually look quite harmless and their theme song is extremely catchy, but that's how they get you, so let's be careful. We also meet Stevie, who instantly gives off creepy vibes. I don't know, he just seems like he steals candy from kids. We pan away from the live show, revealing a woman passed out on the couch. Who is she? And is the Banana Splits show really so boring that she instantly fell asleep? Suddenly Snorky hovers over her, ready to take her out. But it's just her son Harley in a onesie. Close call. It's almost Harley's birthday, and all he wants to do is see the Banana Splits show live. His mom tucks him in and checks on her other son, a 19-year-old that's clearly the moody teen of this movie. We can expect snarky comments and emo looks from this dude the whole time, I'm telling you. We meet the mom's boyfriend. He seems nice until he opens his mouth. This man is a douchebox. The boyfriend mentions that he hates the Banana Splits and he thinks they're stupid. Well, you know what, douche face? I think you're stupid. Next, the older brother decides to steal money from the boyfriend, whose name is Mitch. You know what rhymes with Mitch? Bitch. It fits. We cut to Harley unwrapping birthday presents. He is super happy with everything and he just seems like a cool kid. They tell him that they're going to go see the Banana Split show live and he is ecstatic. He even wants to bring his friend with. Cut to the friend and she says she doesn't like the Banana Split show or Harley. She thinks he's weird and she says he believes in fairies and he thinks he can talk to animals. Jeez, poor Harley is getting roasted. Jumping forward, we arrive at the film studio. We get an awkward bunch of shots from the film studio, almost like we're taking some type of weird sponsored tour, while we have to listen to the most fake conversation we've ever heard. But hey, we're not here for the acting, we're here for the animatronic kills, so let's move on. We meet Paige. She seems to be in charge of the audience and audience-related things. She's nice. We see a bunch of really toxic parents. They kinda remind me of the parents in Willy Wonka. Anyway, the first dad tunes his daughter about chewing her hair, which he apparently paid a lot of money for. We then meet our influencers, because every modern day horror movie apparently needs those. Paige tells them that they can't film, and they give her attitude before agreeing. Kinda. The banana split show up in their little car, and Harley is so excited that he almost gets run over. This kid is nice, but dumb as a brick. There's something off with the animatronics. There's death and depression behind those eyes. They've definitely seen some shit. Mitch keeps being a douchewad, and the older brother seems to have a thing for Paige. He's super awkward, but it's kinda sweet. Looks like she likes him too. Cut to the animatronic workshop. This place looks like a house of horrors. The animatronics show up and the repair guy starts talking to them as if they're alive. He also somehow knows that they almost hit Harley with the car. How does he know that? Is he tapped into their computer brains? Are they linked? Let's find out. The mechanic updates them, but something goes wrong. We then jump forward and meet Rebecca, the producer of the show, as well as Andy, the new vice president of programming. He seems like a douchewad too. Anyway, Andy tells Rebecca that he's cancelling the show. He basically says that the banana splits are cringe and he wants to make a new edgy and cool show. What a Reddit bro. The show starts with Paige welcoming the audience. They are stoked. Paige says that some people have special tickets, allowing them to meet the banana splits after the show. Again, this feels very golden ticket, Willy Wonka-like. And then our winners are the annoying influences and the rude dad. Poor Harley. But wait, the older brother seems to have a plan. As the show starts, Drooper seems to be missing. Where can this murderous fluffball be? Harley reveals that no one likes Stevie, and that says a lot, coming from Harley. The show takes a break, and the older brother goes to talk to Paige. Meanwhile, we cut back to Drooper still with the mechanic, but instead of going out on stage, his eyes light up red. This can't be good. The rude dad wants his daughter to be a kid actor, and I have a feeling that she just wants a dad. We see Drooper creepily staring at a kid, and this is definitely not gonna end well. Paige goes to call Stevie. She finds him and he is drunk and half undressed backstage. He makes some gross cringe comments at her, but luckily the older brother shows up. The older brother convinces Paige to give Harley one of the special tickets, and she agrees. She really is just the nicest. I totally ship these two. They're very sweet. We cut to Stevie overhearing Andy talk about how he's cancelling the show and destroying the animatronics. Andy laughs about it like a crazy person, but quickly stops once he hears something across the room. Suddenly Bingo appears and Andy disappears. He totally deserves whatever happened to him. Stevie looks like he's totally tweaking out on stage. This is just embarrassing at this point. The audience is still having a blast until Drooper hits Stevie off his feet, knocking him out. The show ends and Paige calls all the VIP ticket holders. Harley is ecstatic to learn that they got upgraded to VIP. We cut to backstage. Stevie taunts the animatronics in his drunken state, telling them that the show is cancelled, that they suck, and pretty much that he hates them. Yikes, he's not a fun drunk at all. Drooper's eyes light up red. He did not like what Stevie said. Drooper follows Stevie into the dressing room, causing Stevie to spit alcohol at Drooper. Wrong move. The animatronic grabs a nearby lollipop and shoves it down Stevie's throat, officially giving us our first kill of the movie. And it's a sweet one. Moving on, we see the VIPs getting a backstage tour by Paige. The influencer guy tries to correct everything Paige says. He's got some serious, energy. Mitch has gone missing. The mom goes looking for him, and as soon as she leaves, the lights go off. But unfortunately, it's not our murder spree starting yet. It's just a surprise photo op with the animatronics. The rude dad is being super annoying, constantly trying to get his daughter an audition. The influencer girl has a gross substance on her face, and they lick it to figure out what it is. Natural selection better take care of this. Everyone splits up, and if Scooby-Doo taught us anything, this is the moment where things get spooky. Harley introduces Zoe to the banana splits. They act weird, but still hand out a high five. Snorky is missing though. The mom catches Mitch outside. She takes his phone and discovers that he's not just a douche face. He's a cheating douche face. He's been messing around with his assistant. The older brother shows up, Mitch loses his cool and practically breaks up with the mom before storming off to the car. He acts like it's the mom's fault that he has spicy photos of his assistant. Karma, however, is a dish best served cold. We see Snorky slowly driving out of the shadows in the cute little banana mobile from before. Something tells me that they're not going to do cute things with that car. The rude dad runs into Rebecca's office and tries to force his daughter down her throat. Rebecca reveals that the show is getting cancelled by Andy. So the dad decides to move on and try to push his daughter onto Andy. What a weirdo. We cut to the influencers. They have snuck into the Fleagle's Magic Shop set. They live stream to 200 viewers and Thad proposes to Pop. It's kinda cute and wholesome, but their names are Thad and Pop. Suddenly, Fleagle sneaks up on them, confiscating their phone and breaking it with his wand, before putting Thad into a magic box. This doesn't seem like it's going to have a magical ending. Fleagle saws Thad in half, causing all his newly engaged guts to spill onto the floor. Harley shows up, then Fleagle just walks off, leaving Pop crying in a pile of fiancé guts. Mitch is still waiting at the car, but suddenly, Snorky switches on the headlights of the banana mobile. Mitch starts running and Snorky starts chasing. This will be a fun kill. Before we see the satisfying demise of Mitch, we cut to the rude dad barging into Andy's office. He only finds Drooper, who uses a cigar and deodorant to set the dad's face on fire, leaving his daughter to run into the arms of Bingo. I feel bad for the daughter, but not for the dad. He's a total ass clown. Suddenly we're back with Mitch, running away from Snorky. He narrowly escapes, or so he thinks. He runs up to a security guard, taps him on the shoulder, only for the security guard's head to fall off. This gives Mitch such a fright that he stumbles back into the road, getting hit by Snorky. What an impressive series of events. Snorky has some insane timing. He should look into becoming a NASCAR driver, or an esports gamer. So with Mitch as roadkill, we cut back to the mom and the older brother. They're looking for Harley and Zoe, who have now gone missing. Rebecca assures the mom that everything is under control, right as the rude dad stumbles into the scene with a melted face. Everyone now knows that the animatronics are dangerous. Panic ensues. We see Harley and Zoe being kidnapped by Fleagle. His eyes are red and he does not look healthy. At least we know that the actor girl is still alive. That's good. The mom and Austin run through the sets, trying to find Harley, when out of the blue, Bingo drops down from the trees, grabbing Austin. Just when Bingo is ready to put Austin's lights out, the mom throws Bingo over the railing. His arm gets stuck in a rope and gets completely ripped off. It's a bloody mess, which doesn't make sense. Like, how do they have blood? Anyway, moving on. The mom and Austin finds Pop sitting alone with Thad's dead body. They convince her to leave and we cut back to the kidnapped kids. The creepy mechanic shows up and says he can't set them free. He also reveals that the animatronics bit off 3 of his fingers. That's gotta hurt. Harley convinces the mechanic to try and stop the animatronics. He gives in and frees the kids. Big oops. Suddenly, Drooper shows up, dragging the lifeless corpse of Bingo. The mechanic stops his rescue attempt and tries to revive Bingo instead. The kids escape and trap the mechanic in the cage from before. Fleagle shows up backstage, walking to Rebecca before grabbing her by the throat, choking her and then chucking her across the room. These things are pissed. Fleagle continues to break Rebecca's fingers. Drooper then rolls the camera and they force the rude dad and Rebecca to run the obstacle course from the show while being pelted with pies. The rude dad finishes the course first, causing Fleagle to use a key to unlock this man's spine. No jokes, Fleagle literally shoves a key into this dad's back and rips out his spine. Rebecca thinks she has figured the game out, but as she reaches the end, Drooper hits her right in the face with his mallet, cancelling her from existence. Drooper and Fleagle celebrate her death by dancing and chanting. Very messed up, I love it. As Harley and Zoe try to escape, Snorky stands in their way. Zoe is prepared to fight Snorky, but Harley decides to rather defuse the situation through song and dance. Snorky is convinced. Awesome. Snorky leads the 3 kids out of the studio to safety. But where's Paige? Good question. She is stuck backstage, running from Drooper, who is busy chasing her down. She hides in the ball pit, narrowly escaping his untamed violence. We have an insanely long build-up for a jump scare, and then it's just Rebecca's stinky dead body in the ball pit. Austin saves Paige and everyone reunites to escape. They interrogate the crazy mechanic, who kinda sounds South African. Or is it just me? Anyway, we hear music coming from the basement and it's revealed that the Banana Splits have a big show planned downstairs. Pop stays behind and the mechanic reveals that he was planning on making a 5th Banana Split. Hootie. Pop takes the hoodie outfit and puts it on before using her sharp-ass claws to carve the living bananas out of the mechanic. Back with our group of escapees. They make their way down a very, very long dark tunnel. Like seriously, this scene felt like they were walking forever. They reach the end of the tunnel only to stumble onto a mass grave. Every adult from the audience has been murdered. Every single one of them. And the kids missing in action. Our team of escapees track down the missing kids, only to stumble onto a bloody mess of a banana split show. This is why an actor should never direct their own show. It's terrible. The banana splits set the dead body of Stevie on fire before wheeling him into a wall. Brutal, but definitely well deserved. The animatronics have seen some better days. Flegel has a messed up arm and a ripped off face. And Bingo's kinda dead. Drooper and Flegel reveals Andy, who is strapped to a giant spinny wheel thing. While the show goes on, Snorky shows up with Harley, Zoe, and the other one. Damn it, Snorky was a traitor. Or maybe not. He hands Harley the keys for the chains just as the spinning wheel lands on Banana Split. Before anyone can question it, the splits rip him off the wheel and tear his arms right off his body. Brutal. Fortunately, the splits took so long, it gave Harley enough time to literally unlock all of the children. As the kids escape, the mom fights the animatronic off using a wrench. They get the upper hand, choking her before throwing her across the screen. Just before they can end the mom, Austin runs in to save the day, stabbing a metal rod through Flegel's head. This upsets Drooper, who scratches the mom and tries to strangle her. Harley suddenly throws his banana splits wand at the mom. She shoves it into Drooper's mouth and extends it, lobotomizing the final banana split. Or not. Bingo shows up, ready to end everyone, once and for all. I thought he was dead. Anyway. Out of nowhere, Snorky runs into the frame, knocking Bingo down. The two fight back and forth for a moment before Snorky rips Bingo's wires out. And at the same time, Bingo rips Snorky's wires out. The two animatronics drop dead simultaneously. Finally, the cops show up. Everyone is saved. Zoe even says that Harley isn't all that weird, which sounds like a win. At the same time, Austin asks for Paige's number, and she kisses him instead. Bigger win. Just when you think things are good, Mitch shows up. He is still alive somehow. He professes his love to the mom and says he wants her back and he'll never cheat again. I'm just kidding. She decks him in the face and literally everyone leaves without him, even the ambulance. Just when we think it's done, Mitch gets run over again. This time by Hootie, and she's driving the banana mobile, packed with the not so dead bodies of the banana splits. And that's the end. Roll the credits, roll the catchy ass theme song, this movie is over. But wait, there's a post-credit scene of the mechanic's fingers? Are you serious? That's just confusing and lame. So, is the Banana Splits movie a cinematic masterpiece? Absolutely not. But does it deliver gnarly kills, creepy animatronics, fun characters, and a wildly twisted take on childhood nostalgia? Without a doubt. This isn't just a goofy slasher, it's one of the weirdest, most unexpected cult horror hits of the 2010s. Visually, the movie leans hard into B-movie territory, with buckets of blood, oversized costumes, and set pieces that feel like a Saturday morning cartoon turned sadistic. There's something deeply unsettling about watching these smiling mascots go full psycho mode, especially when they're dishing out saw blades and fire instead of dance numbers. We give this movie a friendly but terrifying 8.5 bananas out of 10. The Banana Splits movie is jolly, chaotic, and somehow still super entertaining. If they ever greenlit a sequel or even a mini-series, we'd be the first ones in line. So what do you think? Is this the blueprint for more childhood gone wrong horror movies? And what should we cover next? Maybe Willy's Wonderland? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. And if you want more movie breakdowns, be sure to like, subscribe, and throat punch that bell icon. That way you won't miss the next episode. Stay sharp and remember, if you hear la 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 in the distance, you might be next on the Banana Splits kill list. Until next time, I'm Deavolt and this has been Recap.